If you're a project manager planning a schedule and you're not sure about the critical path or the timelines needed to complete the work, a PERT chart can help. Let's talk about what a PERT chart is, how it can help, and how to create one. Coming up next on ProjectSkillsMentor.com. Hi, I'm Liz, the Project Skills Mentor, and I'm all about helping project managers be better at their job. Today we're talking about PERT charts. What are they? A PERT chart is a process of understanding the key project steps and the timelines it might take to complete those steps. So when does a PERT chart most help project managers? When you have a very complex project and you need to make it simple to understand it and confirm the timelines are accurate. When you're involved with multiple departments and subject matter experts, so there's a lot of variability in your project. If you have someone who's low skilled, you may need to use the pessimistic or worst case scenario timing. And if you have an expert, you might be able to use the best case scenario. And it allows you to explore the hypotheticals. What if scenarios? You might want to plan things in your risk register for risk mitigation of certain steps where you can see a potential problem. So let's talk about how to make your own PERT chart. First of all, you want to establish the project milestones, the key activities of the project. Determine the order in which these tasks will take place. You'll want to determine the critical path, any potential slack necessary, any wait times needed, and estimate of best case, worst case, and most likely. And you might make multiple PERT charts, one for each aspect of a complex project, and then keep them and modify them as the project progresses, because you'll get one, better at estimating and knowing your staff and what they're capable of, and two, understanding if there's a change to one PERT chart, it may have a knock-on effect to another, in which case you can do version control and update these. So V1 is your best estimate at the beginning of the project. V2 and 3 are progression steps. As you learn more, encounter problems, overcome them, and have a new insight into the real time it takes to do some of this work. So let's just review what these timescales are. Optimistic or best case is essentially the shortest time to complete an activity. It is the best case scenario. It assumes no problems. Obviously, the pessimistic time is the opposite of that. It's the worst case scenario. So it includes wait time, lag time, delays in delivery of services, possibly lower skilled staff, and problems with milestone completion like sign-offs. And then the most likely time should be your best guess. It is the time you actually think it will take, maybe with a little contingency added. This expected time frame is essentially the time it takes to actually do the work, assuming all the risks have been mitigated, all the plans are accurate, and you understand the staff skills and what work needs to be done. This would therefore go into your project plan and schedule. There's also online tools that can help you create and update your PERT charts. I'll leave a link to my blog below so you can see that and more details on how to build your own PERT chart. PERT charts are a great way of making sure your schedule's right. Now let's go through some pros and cons to help you clarify how a PERT chart can help. First, it can help you assess lag time and lead time for orders like assets. It can help you understand information you need from other departments and the time it will take to get them. It can help you merge information from multiple locations, especially when it comes to critical path where there are a lot of complexities. You might have a precursor project that leads into your project. It can help your company understand that and how it fits into the critical path. And if you're not sure about the reality you're going to face during your project, PERT charts are great what-if scenarios. So they can help you plan, but also look for risks and unknown outcomes. So some points you need to be mindful about in terms of the limitations of PERT charts. First of all, timelines can be subjective. There is no absolute when it comes to estimated timelines. So when you're looking at a subject matter expert who is truly expert versus someone who may be newer to the job, you're still using subjectivity to estimate the time it takes for them to complete work. And don't forget, you can miss things in your process flow. The process flow is the first step, so make sure you've got that right. Otherwise, your estimates and your critical path might be off or miss a step. Another point you need to take into consideration when doing a PERT chart is it's time-driven and task-driven, not financially driven. Sometimes when you're managing scope, time, and cost, you'll need to think of cost first. PERT charts don't take that into account. So if next time you're planning a project and you're unsure about the schedule or the critical path, try a PERT chart. You can always have it in your back pocket. Project managers need all kinds of tools to do their job well, and if I did my job well today, please consider giving me a like and subscribing to the channel. And here's a video about work breakdown structure, which is the next step in a PERT chart process. So I'll see you next time on ProjectSkillsMentor.com. Bye-bye, everybody.